Hello student, hope everything is going well. So I have already completed with the video of circle, the first video that is all about the basic concepts regarding circle, and it is the introduction of circle. Now today I am going to talk a little bit in more details about the theorems which are associated with circle in your class 9. Now these theorems are very important. Okay, and with the help of this theorem you can able to solve many sums which are present in the exercise. So dedicated to this theorem, many sums are available in your textbook of NCERT, as well as you can refer some other book also. But once you understand the theorem properly, you can able to do all those sums. So the understanding of the theorem is very important. So let's begin. So the first theorem which states that, as you can see in your screen, okay, that equal chords of a circle subtend equal angle at the center. So by now you know, all of you know that what is chord, and the theorem again I will tell what it is given is that equal chords of a circle subtend equal angles at the center. So let me explain this theorem to you. So for that I need a circle, so let me draw that circle for you. So I'll take a compass, I'll adjust the radius to 5 centimeter, and I will draw a circle. So let this is your circle with a center. I will give name to the center as, say, O is the center. Now it is saying that equal chords of circle subtend equal angle at the center. That means we need a chord. Suppose I will draw one chord here. Okay. I will select this chord and I will copy this and I will paste it. I got another chord, and with the same size I will make another chord, okay, to another place of the circle. Now as you can see, both the chords are of equal length. Both the chord over here is of equal length. Now the question which we are having now is that the equal chords of a circle subtend equal angle at the center. So let us join these two chords from the center. And another from this chord. Okay, so we are having two chords, and we are having two chords. Let the name of the center be O. I am taking here. So let the name of this chord is A, B, and this chord is P, Q. So what we have to prove is that the angle subtended by both the chord is equal at the center. Means they want to say that this angle which we are getting, that is POQ, is equal to AOB. That we need to prove. Now what is given to us? Let's write that first. What is available to us? What is given is AB is equal to PQ, and they are chord. Okay, and what we have to prove? We have to prove that required to prove is angle AOB is equal to angle POQ. So that is what we are going to prove. Angle AOB is equal to angle POQ. Now we need to prove. Now I think that you all are aware about congruency of triangle. So we are going to take the concept of congruency as a tool for proving this particular results. So let us see what proof. Okay, so here we'll consider the two triangles. So the two triangles which we are having over here is in triangle AOB and triangle POQ. What are the things which we are having? That will write. What we are having? First thing is given is that AB is equal to PQ. So that will write AB is equal to PQ. That is given to us. Next, what we are having? OA is equal to OP. Radius. So radius are equal and OB is equal to OQ. Again, it is a radius. So these are radius. So radius are equal. So all the three sides of the first triangle is equal to the corresponding side of the second triangle. That means AB is equal to PQ, OA is equal to OP, and OB is equal to OQ. So these all three corresponding sides of both the triangles are equal to each other. Then these three triangles are congruent by some specific criteria. Can you tell me by which criteria? Sides, side criteria, correct. So triangle, therefore triangle AOB is congruent to triangle POQ by SSS rule. By SSS rule. Okay. Or you can say SSS criteria. So by SSS rule they are equal. So thus we can write, since triangle AOB is congruent to triangle POQ, so all the corresponding angles as well as the corresponding side of both the triangles are equal to each other. So therefore triangle AOB is congruent to POQ. So angle AOB is equal to angle POQ by CPCT, that is corresponding part of congruent triangle. Hence proved. Hence proved. So whatever we have thought of proving, that is triangle AOB is equal to angle POQ, that we have proved. So this is about the first theorem and I hope that you have understand. So let's move quickly to the second theorem. And if you are having any doubt, just go again with the same part of the video again and try to understand. It is very simple, and let's come to the next theorem. The next theorem is, if the angles subtended by the chord of a circle at the center are equal, then the chords are equal. It is just the converse of the previous theorem. So let us draw the figure so that it will give you more clarity about it, what it is saying. This is your circle. The figure will be same, there will be no change in the figure. We'll draw two chords. We'll copy this chord and same size chord we'll take again. So we got two chords again over here, and the name of these chords are, say, AB. And again I have taken the same name, PQ. You can take different name also, it is not that we have to take the same name. And then we'll join this. So we have joined till the center, and this is where our center is lying. to make it visible at center. Let me give some name to it. Let me change the color so that you will understand it is visible to you. So it is a 4. Okay. So here what is given is that here it is not given that the chords are equal. They have given that the angles are equal. The angles subtended by the chord at the center are equal. So by chord PQ, the angle subtended at the center is POQ, this angle. Okay, I am talking about this particular angle. And the angle by the chord AB subtended at the center is this angle. And they are equal. It is given that they are equal. Okay, so I write here what it is given. So what is given to us, I will write properly here. It is given that angle AOB is equal to angle POQ. This is given to you. Okay. What you are going to prove is that you have to prove that. So you are required to prove, that is what you are going to prove. You have to prove that AB is equal to PQ. This is what you are going to prove. Now let us prove it. Okay. So let me write the proof. Okay. So again I will take these two triangles. So in triangle AOB, in triangle AOB and triangle POQ, these are the two triangles. Okay, what are the things which we are having? So what we are having, OA, or we can write AO is equal to PO. Both are radius. Okay, then it is given that angle AOB is equal to angle POQ. It is given to you. And lastly, what we are knowing is that angle BO is equal to Q. Side BO is equal to Q. So it is side BO is equal to side Q. That is also radius. So that's why they are equal. Okay. So we can see that side, angle and side. So in two different triangles, the side and the included angle and the side are equal. So we can say that by side angle side criteria of congruency, these two triangles are congruent. So we can write, therefore, triangle AOB is congruent to triangle POQ. Triangle POQ by side angle side congruency rule. So by side angle side congruency rule, these two triangles are congruent. Since these two triangles are congruent, therefore, so AB will be is equal to PQ by CPCT. Okay, corresponding part of congruent triangle. So AB is equal to PQ. So that's proved. Hence it is proved. So these are simple proof. You can go through this proof. You can practice it. Okay, and you have to learn also properly, so that even sometimes the proof also comes in the exam. But based on this proof, there are many good sums which are present in the NCERT book. So I hope you have understand these two simple proofs, theorem 10.1 and theorem 10.2. Theorem 10.2 is just the converse of theorem 10.1. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Bye bye.